Hi there, Capricorn. Thank you so very much for your patience with this reading. Of course, it's your July reading, July 1st to the 15th approximately. Of course, energy is fluid though, so it may permeate a little before the 1st, a little after the 15th. Without further ado, let us begin with the first announcement. I know some of you have been asking if I have any social media accounts by which we can connect, and I've made a Twitter account specifically for Alchemy and You, so feel free to connect there. Alchemy and You is the handle. And so I'll be posting any announcements about the channel or the site on that handle. All right. Now, without further ado, let us begin Capricorn. Capricorn. I'm hearing slow and steady wins the race, and that is your catchphrase, isn't it? Capricorn, right? Being an earth sign, being you, Capricorn, you're taking your time with something. Let me say it like that. You are taking the time that you need to come to your own terms about how you feel, about what you feel. There are emotions on the table, but I feel that I'm hearing empirical evidence, something about empirical evidence, which takes on a rather scientific nature to it, right? That word, that phenomenon. And yet, the feeling I'm getting, right, is that it's the rationalization of emotions. Something about the coming to terms with how we feel, how we have felt, and what that means for us. Okay, now Scorpio got a similar energy. Okay. File folders, something about factoids even. It's some heavy detective work. I remember getting this feeling for you was it a few months back, and this is what I'm getting for you, Capricorn. It's almost as if you're in a period, you go into this period of remission, okay, to focus on whatever it is that you feel you need to focus on. Okay, Two of Wands in reverse. Yes, introspection, about action to be taken. But I'm hearing solitude. So there's something about, right, and it's in reverse, Two of Wands in reverse, pointing inwards. There's something about this period of remission that I feel you take, and it's almost cyclical. And and it's the time taken out to reflect. Aha, loud and clear, reflect. Capricorn. Okay, lots of energy here. Let me try and discern it. Oh my goodness. Oh, okay. Now, okay, before we start, the feeling I'm getting is almost as if you enter a phase, right, of reflection. And there's a quietness in that space for you where it's just you and your thoughts, your reflections. It's of a very personal nature, And I'm hearing discernment. It's almost as if you're taking the time to sort and sift through all of the, I'm hearing rudimentary details, getting to the bottom of it. I'm hearing the basin. I'm also hearing the weightland, okay, the weightland, whatever that may mean to a number of you, but the wasteland and the wetland. Okay, now when we're thinking about right, emotions, right, water being associated with wetness, right, and it's almost right, like we're thinking about the weightland, the wasteland, the wasteland. It's a feeling of reclusion. It's a feeling of, even I'm hearing, a desolate nature to the land that we ruminate within. I'm hearing within. And I'm seeing you almost in the brush. Okay, like a crouched tiger. And you hold the Strength card in reverse here. Profound cards on the table for you. I almost said Aquarius. So if you know an Aquarius, you have an Aquarius rising star moon sign, then you may want to check that video out. But profound cards. So before we get to them though, okay, now I'm imagining you right in this, I'm hearing wasteland, wetland, where you are observing, okay, yourself. Without observing yourself, it's the observation of self just by way of being by yourself in the solitude of whatever that moment is for you, whatever that space is for you, right? And there's a silence to it. There's a silence to it. And I'm hearing pen to paper for a number of you. Okay, writing may be a key way that in this space you find yourself. Because I don't see you, right? I don't see you reflectively. I don't see you in terms of visually, right? Visual reflection, looking at yourself in a mirror. I see you just sitting amidst the brush in some field, just almost, right, crouched amongst I'm hearing whatever calls you. Whatever calls you. And I'm hearing momentary stillness, momentary silence. And it's deeply reflective, deeply. I mean, you are going layers deep. Layers deep. But again, I see you just silent. And so, this is the feeling I'm getting for you, Capricorn. I almost said Sagittarius, okay, and you pulled the Sagittarius' card of the Major Arcana deck. That is Temperance. And it's smack dab in the middle of your spread in your base. And it's mirroring the Magician, who's in reverse, okay? So the Magician and Temperance are looking off in separate directions. They have full reign and control over the spine of your reading. So I feel that you're in check, but it's on a subdued level. Again, amidst the brush. So, okay, coming back to it, right? Scaling back to it. The feeling I get is that whatever this period of rumination is very cyclical. And you pull the moon right at the apex top left-hand corner of your reading. And the moon, right, speaks of exactly that. The cycles, right, of nature. And so as you take this time to ponder, right, it's a moment of, I'm hearing, momentary reflection of self, also by way of feeling ourselves in nature, feeling the cycle that we are within the cycle of nature. And so I see you. It's like almost like you come, you know, every few months you come back to this place, whether it's literal, whether it's metaphorical, right? Whatever it may be. And you know what you are to do every time you enter the space. Every time you go there, you know what it means for you. You may not, right, understand even, right, intellectually with the rational mind, what you're doing there. But you know that it's time to go. When it's time to go. And so the feeling I'm getting, it's almost like a call. I'm hearing call to nature. And I decided to do a reading here right in front of the window, and I don't often do that. So whatever that means to you, right? There's this, it's almost like an observation deck, something about observation of nature, of self in nature, seeing ourselves in nature yet again. Nature may play a pivotal role for you here, right? And on the moon card, we have 2 trees illustrated with the moon looming ahead, okay? Now, it's very interesting, Capricorn. I almost said Sagittarius again, and you've got a lot of fire here. A lot of fire here. You've got the Ace of Wands, you have the Magician, you have Temperance, you have the Tower, you have the 2 of Wands, you have Strength, you have the 6 of Wands in your theme, overlaying the Father of Wands. There's something about, I'm hearing snake in the brush. I hear shooting the breeze. And what's interesting about the element of fire in your spread, I almost said Sagittarius again, Capricorn. If you know Sagittarius, if you have Sagittarius rising sun or moon sign, or if you simply have a lot of Sagittarius in your chart, then you may want to check that video out. But what's interesting about the character of the fire element in your spread is that it's so profound. It's so very much there, but it's in remission. It's upside down, it's in reverse. It speaks to the, I'm hearing premonition, the premonition of the use of this fire. So whatever this is a deciding phase. It's, I keep hearing momentary stillness. Okay, so I almost said Sagittarius again. This is an impending focus. Impending focus on Sagittarius, the Sagittarian archetype. So Sagittarius, right, is very much actually a outdoorsy sort of energy, right? That speaks of nature, that speaks of exploration, right? That the daunting, the daring sort of energy that we all have in our chart, right? We all have every sign in our birth chart, just, perhaps in different propensities. And so wherever Sagittarius lies in your chart, right, it speaks to that thrillist sort of nature to us. In whatever area of life, right, it may resonate with you, it may apply to you. So you may want to take a closer look at your birth chart, and you can do that. You can click the link below in the description box I provide, enter in your birth details and whatnot, and it'll compute your signs for you, and your planets, right? What signs your planets are in, what houses, I believe, as well. It may do that. So nonetheless, right, if you have a lot of Sagittarius, then you may want to check that video out, right? Or it seems that it's coming through strongly for you. Nonetheless, the lion is waiting behind the lion's gate, okay, before it steps into and along the path that it has laid out for itself. And you're taking your sweet time, your quiet time, I'll say, to meditate on what that path is for you. And it may pertain to love. It may pertain to the emotionalism of how we create our world, of how we move through our world, of how we connect to our world. Do we feel emotionally invested in and emotionally connected to what we create, to the world around us, to those around us, in the context in which we're creating whatever it is that we are. And so it's interesting, right? Because you have so much fire and you have so much water as well. Right? You have the Lovers, right? Gemini's card. Speaking of the air element, but right, it speaks of entering that space of emotional experience. Emotional experimentation, I'm hearing that for a number of you as well, where our emotions, right, are given voice. And whereby we are guided by what we feel. So there's this water-like nature, right? Especially as I'm feeling it for you in the spread, to the Lover's card. Okay. And you also have the Father of Cups in reverse, sandwiching the Magician with the Ace of Wands. Again, Father of Cups in reverse. Now, okay, the Moon, right, in your apex, also water energy, right? The Moon being Cancer's ruler. So, I almost said Sagittarius, again, Capricorn, whatever this may mean to you. Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, and Jupiter rules the 9th house, ruling long-distance travel, higher education, again, exploration, being physically active. I'm hearing philanthropy, and it is related to philanthropy as well, although that's also, right, 11th house sort of energy, but there is this, right, I'm hearing the Philosopher's Stone. Okay, in the 9th house in Jupiter, Sagittarius, rule philosophy. So, whatever that may mean to you. Okay, I'm hearing Rumi as well. So however that resonates with you, Capricorn, there is, though, this presiding emotional force side by side to this burning passion. The recognition that I'm hearing, it's my turn. It's my turn at the stake. It's my turn how I take my turn. It's my turn to decide how I capacitate and acknowledge this. I'm hearing emotional need, this emotional new beginning. So it's almost like I'm getting you're playing and you're testing fire with water, passion and drive with feeling and flowing. Where do those two propensities, right, work together in such a way where I feel like I'm in the driver's seat of whatever it is I'm creating? I'm hearing you are the channeler. You are the premier channeler. I'm hearing that. You are the channeler of yourself, of your own energetic potential, your creative potential, by way of your energetic propensities. So there's something about really getting super fine-tuned and solid on what that prescription is for you. That very personal, right, protocol of how you want to give of yourself to this new beginning. You have two aces here on the table. Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Wands. Right? You have two twos, 2 swords, 2 of wands. And again, right, we see this reference to the blending of water and fire. Seen here with this blazing moon that's held at the apex between these 2 swords. You're asking yourself, what does this look like? the fusion between these two sides of me, that which feels and that which acts on what I feel. I feel so much, and I know that. I know how much it is that I feel. And now I'm coming to a point of wielding my ultimate, I'm hearing expertise, okay, expertise, but my ultimate, also wisdom, I'm hearing wisdom, something about prophecy, Capricorn, something about prophecy, something about philosophy as well, strongly, and I'm getting the Hermit card, okay, for you here, as I'm feeling it, okay, that is Virgo's card, but it's very much, right, the introspective sort of nature. And I'm hearing a hedgehog. So there's something, Capricorn, about how do I take these two weights that I hold, right? Again, these two sides of me, propensities, in equal measure, where, right, I'm not laying either one down. I'm driving forward with this new beginning. All of me, this new beginning speaks to every facet of me that is involved. I'm hearing in the co-creation, in the creation of my world. And that takes, right, not just two to tango, fire and water, but it takes four, right, and more. And we see that exactly, right, on the Magician card, whereby we see every element here. We see the sword, air, fire, wand, chalice, cup, water, motion. And we see the pentacle, earth. And we see this figure 8 on the chest of this leopard. We see balance. Right? We see, I'm hearing, where trailblazing meets the head of the road. The head of the road, where it doesn't matter which road takes you forward, as long as it's that which you stand right at the head of it, knowing that you can only stand at the head of it. You can only blaze ahead as the trailblazer if you are the one carving that road. Right? Yet again, comes full circle in the very beginning of the reading, right? There was that feeling of paving this road forward, taking the time to ruminate on how we want, right, to trailblaze. What you're doing has no blueprint. What you're involved in has no algorithm, no prescription. Preconceived notions do not apply. Sagittarius got a very similar energy. Okay, and I believe it was Taurus. Okay, so you may want to check Taurus out. You may want to check Sagittarius out. Absolutely Sagittarius, right? Coming very strongly through for you. But nonetheless, however it resonates with you, Capricorn, profound new beginnings on the horizon, and you know it, and you know it. But there's this, right, this ebbing and this flowing, this moving forward and this moving, what feels to be backwards, but just moving forwards that much deeper. And again, you understand the cyclical nature to whatever this revelation, this process of finding oneself and one's ultimate path, I'm hearing of wisdom is. Sometimes the trail, right, zigzags. Right? It's not always just blazing ahead, forward. Because I almost said Taurus again, aha, and you have Taurus's card right here, the Hierophant, in reverse, in your base. Taurus, Sagittarius, both of their cards side by side. Okay, so absolutely, if you know Taurus or Sagittarius, you may want to check those videos out. It seems that there is some interaction. If you know Taurus, if you know Sagittarius, then there is some strong interaction here. But nonetheless, okay. It could, of course, also be the two halves of your being. But you're thinking, you're definitely thinking, right? My path is pathless. And finding my path requires of me to surrender to the idea that there's just a path. And to, I'm hearing, conform to the admittance of the dynamic nature of my place as a creator. Being a creator my place is placeless. And I find my solace in nature because it reminds me of that freedom to just be, to just create what I am, to create myself in what I create. Another for you, Capricorn. This happened with Scorpio. Scorpio got like three right, fireworks in their reading. So, right, if you know Scorpio, if you have a Scorpio rising, sun, or moon sign, then you may want to check that video out as well. There's been some tremendous overlaying of energy between all the signs. So, however it resonates with you, Capricorn, again, there's this rhythm to how it is, and Sagittarius got rhythm prominently figuring in their spread, right? The notion of rhythm and form. You understand that what takes form, okay, what creates shape is not linear. And to create anything at all, I must transcend any boundaries of a path at all. Because there's no captain on the ship that I sail forward. There's not even a wheel. I am the magician. and I don't make progress in my work and what I do by way of, right, being steered. My work is captivating, right? And if you think about captives on a ship, however that rings for you, Capricorn, you recognize that to be truly creative, to really create your world, it's not about being on the ship. Floating as a body through, right, water. It's about immersing myself in the waves, feeling everything that I feel, and going with it and flowing with it wherever that takes me. And in the chaos of that moment, right, of surrendering to nature, to the wave, to ourselves, and the dynamism of us, we find, right, our order. Just like the moon, right? Its vacillations and its order. Predictable chaos. That then becomes unpredictable in its many manifestations. Capricorn, you are coming to a profound realization of the creative process and yourself in it. As the creator of it, you're embodying the process of creation, surrendering to it, understanding that it takes, again, four to tango. I'm hearing four to tango, right? And if we think about the elements, right? 4 elements. So this may absolutely, I'm feeling for a number of you, love, matters of love. What is love? First and foremost, self-love, right? Love of self, holding that space for ourselves. And zeroing in on this rose quartz crystal that sits at the center of your apex of your reading. And it speaks of the heart chakra. It speaks of its Libra stone, air element. It speaks of love, relationships, right? The uniformity of self, right? That we then reflectively can share with others. Holding the love of self in such a way that is then available to be shared with others. And so there is this focus, as I'm feeling it for you, Capricorn, on emotions and the emotional side to whatever it is you're creating. And however you see yourself, yet again, as creator. And so it may pertain, yet again, to matters of love, relationships, okay, and a new beginning in that. A desire to consecrate that, consecrate. To make it official. Right? I'm hearing to profess, to confess. I'm hearing for a number of you. What we keep coming back to. What we keep, right, coming back around the mountain to find, waiting right there for us. I'm hearing in the abyss of our mind. And maybe referencing this, referring to whatever this period of rumination is for you, right? This hermit-like sort of propensity, whereby you acknowledge these emotions in that quiet space. There's now the question of, right, how do I come full circle with it all? All of these cycles and these undulations, how do they all, right? How are they all to come together? I'm hearing consecrate yet again. Consecrate land, something about making something, bringing it into the 3D. Bringing it into the 3D. I almost said Sagittarius again, Capricorn. Okay. Now, and right, Sagittarius rules foreign lands, foreign cultures, foreign language. So something about land, exploration, okay, solidifying. I'm hearing consecration again, yet again. Something about staking our claim of who we are and what we're here to do. The lands we are to create Capricorn. Now, okay, you have the Lovers flying into the Two of Wands, which is in reverse. So the feeling I'm getting is emotionally, you understand what's on the table. You understand what this new beginning heralds. You know what you're coming here for. That's what I'm hearing. You know what you're coming here for. You know what you're going there for. But all eyes are on this decision. The clarity of how we are going to move forward with it. With what is waiting for us. I'm here to begin again. Okay, Capricorn. It's so profound because you also have right here on the left hand side of your reading, and I will say it like this: your cards and the way that they flew out and the way that they're all laid out, and just the energy and the cards themselves, or the energy of the cards, it's all very matter of fact. Right? There's this staunchness, this adamance about it, this clarity even. I'll say it like that. Although you have the moon, right? Period of rumination. There is still this light, this clarity, this, right? Knowing, and yet this obscurity. And the peace that's made with both of these halves that make our reality. And yet, right, on the other side, there is this emotionalism. There is this again, right, this questioning. What is it? What is it? And it may seem almost, right, daunting. Whatever this decision is, the thought of moving forward, choosing the path, all systems go. It may feel daunting. It may require you to summon this strength and this passion from a place that is, I'm hearing reserve, like a well, okay, a reserve, some kind of reserve lands, okay, something to do with even a reservoir, aha, okay. Again, with the wetlands, okay. Sagittarius / Capricorn, right? Sagittarius wants to come out in this reading so badly. Look, right? There's something about discovery of foreign lands, whether that is, right, again, literally or metaphorically resonant with you, right? There's something about the broadening of horizons, and it may feel daunting. It may feel, I've never done this before. I've never made this kind of decision before to do this sort of thing, right? But the whole world lies just over You're in the rainbow. The rainbow. And so all we've got to do, right, is ride the rainbow. Ride the rainbow. Right? It's like a bridge. Ride the rainbow. And it's like, whoa, the rainbow. Where's the rainbow going to take me? Right? Ride the rainbow. I've never done that before. Right? Do I just ride the rainbow? Do I ride a unicorn on the rainbow? Right? Like, how does riding the rainbow really work? It sounds really otherworldly. And it is Capricorn. It is. I almost said Sagittarius again. Because it's taking you to other worlds. You're right. It is confounding what you've known. It is confounding, right? What has been. You know that. You know that. You feel that. Whatever has been rudimentary. I'm hearing rudimentary. Whatever has felt stuck. Okay. You recognize the world awaits on the other side. For coming full circle. Coming full circle. Breaking up the stagnant energy, whatever that has been for you in the process of understanding of the world that you've been in, the world that you wait in, that you remain in right now, and that which waits for you. You're bridging. You're bridging. I'm hearing every junction, right? There's something very much so about a junction, right? That I was feeling in the very beginning of your spread, right? Where it's a cyclical nature. You go and then you come back. You go and then you come back. Transit. Sleep cycles, wake cycles. Dreaming. Falling asleep. Waking up at night. In the morning. Something about nocturnal, diurnal. Something about sleep cycles. And that rhythm is very much governed, right, by the moon. Okay. And the melatonin that's produced, right? That are serotonin, melatonin, that puts us to sleep. So there's something about shifting realities. Waking up from the dream of being awake, however you take it. Sagittarius. Capricorn. Sagittarius and Capricorn. What? Take it as you will, right? Take it as you will, Capricorn. More about Sagittarius. Sagittarius is the centaur, right? It's right, like half a goat, right? Like ram legs, with the body of a human. So they're known to have very, very athletic sort of builds, especially in the thighs. So however that resonates with you, Capricorn, okay. In Capricorn, right, contrastingly, or somewhat similarly, right, always similarities and contrast, but Capricorn is of a very sturdy build, right, of a very focused nature, by which Capricorn, right, builds, and builds upon what it builds, and builds upon that, upon that, and that, and that, and that. Right? It's an eternal creativity that Capricorn embodies, right? Given that it's ruled by Saturn, right? the old timekeeper of the zodiac. So. There's something about time. Okay, there's something about time, and there's something about space and the cycles of both of those worlds and how matter and time and space all interact and intersect. And the knowing that they're all separate parts of the whole. I'm hearing gamut, of the whole story, of the whole line. We must come to a point of surrender to all of those things, all of those facets of creation, time, space. To step into this new world, into this new beginning, we must honor time, space. I'm hearing value, another firework for you, Capricorn. As an eternal process of creation, whereby time and space then become an illusion. And all that we have is now. Profound. It's profound, Capricorn. You are understanding that I'm hearing everything is and everything isn't. There are always two sides to the coin. And what does that mean? Right? Two sides to the same coin. Right? It's all one. For how can we discern where one side ends and another begins? Atomically, right? It's infinite. Infinitely one. So you're seeing the two sides of the coin, and you're seeing the coin for what the coin is, Capricorn. And that is the understanding that brings you forward and through with this momentum to change what you need to change the grounds that you've been, I'm hearing, laying on. That shake-up, the tower in your base, mirroring the Hierophant in reverse, Temperance in the center of your reading, right at your base, in between these two cards, all three major arcana, with a major arcana right above, right, the row above in the center. Major arcana sprinkled throughout. There is the admittance that I've been waiting far too long. By golly. Look at the clock. Don't look at the clock, right? It's like, yet again, don't look at the clock. Look what time it is. Time. Don't even worry about the time. The time is now. The only time is now. Because I'm timeless. And I'm also placeless. And I'm also pathless. Because I'm wandering through the woods of creativity that I traverse not by way of my recollection of where I am to go. I close my eyes when I wander. that's where everything becomes the same. And the only path that I then walk is that which I just fly. I don't walk my path. Because when I'm going, flying, and it may take me a lot to get to this point where I'm in the air and I feel my weight and yet I'm weightless. It may take a lot, right, to take off. But once I'm there, I'm nowhere. Capricorn, it's so profound. And so, in this process, right, of creation, it's almost as if you are, it's again, premonition. You're going there to experience what it's almost like. You go in this quiet space, it seems that you're, right, taking one step back from the grander process of creation, but you're really, yet again, right, taking one step forward. You are experiencing, I'm hearing in small flashes, in doses almost, doses, flashes. Another for you. What it is that, right, you are going to experience when you just let go and accept the experience. So even if you feel like you're not making progress, I'm getting that you're preparing, right, for this flight. You're preparing for I'm hearing also this grand entrance. And that takes I keep hearing premonition. So dreams may play a pivotal role for you here. Dreams, however you take that, Capricorn. But there is, right, this preparatory experience of what is real to us. Of what is real to us. As the path, that being the path to creating, discovering, capacitating, what's real to us. So it's the experience within the experience that heralds the experience of the experience. And so, right, every junction, yet again, every junction, every interlude, every interim of the grander process is not superfluous, is not disconnected from the greater whole. They're all relevant, and you understand that. You know it all ties together. It all, right? Every cycle of the moon, as contrastingly different from its polar phase, is still, right, pivotal to the cycle of the moon altogether, right? New moon, full moon. So you're experiencing, okay, the experience of experiencing, of creating. And that, right, is an experience all of its own. And you understand that, and you're okay with that. And it's in that moment of accepting just the moment as no moment is really still. Right? There are infinite moments in this one moment. And when we're in the stillness of embodying that infinite, expansive potential of us, that we are the circle that comes full circle. So beautiful, Capricorn. You have this High Priestess here, right? Right beneath the Father of Wands. Whatever you're creating, you're guided by a higher self, by you, by your intuition. Spirit guides, I'm hearing for a number of you. Spirit animals, I'm hearing strongly for a number of you. There is, right, this profound feeling that that there's a force, right, that's with you, moving through whatever this process is, and revel in July, right? Enjoy the month, and I hope this reading was helpful for you, Capricorn. I will be back soon with your mid-July reading, so stay tuned for that. But there is another announcement. I know some of you have been asking if I have a Twitter. I may have mentioned this at the beginning of the video. Okay, if not, yes, Twitter handle. Okay, some of you have been asking if I have a social media account by which we can connect, and the handle for it is Alchemy. So feel free to connect there if you so wish. I'll be posting some announcements there about the website, the channel, and things like that, as it may apply. And so, yes, please feel free to connect there. Otherwise, I highly recommend you to check out your rising sun or moon sign, as well as your sun and even your Venus, as I know that that may apply in terms of creativity, hobbies, passion, desire, love, concepts of love. So, okay, if you don't know your signs, you can click the link below in the description box that I provide, and that will compute them for you. All right, nonetheless, thank you so very much again for connecting, watching this video. Thank you for all of your likes, your subscriptions, and your comments, Capricorn. I'm so very touched by all of the light and the love that you emanate into this grand universe. Thank you for connecting, and I will see you soon. Bye.